Hello there, sweet cheeks.
Scooby Joobies.
Welcome back to another fun-filled, butt-kicking episode of
Red Movierama.
And man, do we have a hot pocket of a show for you today, because we're going to cover the 1980 monster flick, Humanoids From The Deep. And speaking of humanoids, we've even got a special guest that's going to be on the show.
Hold on, Skippy. This is a solo show, kinda. Anyways, but special guest. We're not supposed to have guests on this show.
Well, you know me, I like to branch out and try something new, so I got a fellow podcaster to be on the show by the name of Court Psyops.
Whoa, wait, Court like the Court Psyops, that guy?
Oh, so yeah, you know about Court Psyops and Cinema Psyops?
Oh boy, Mom loves him except for his filthy mouth.
Yeah, that was a problem we had back a few years ago. We kind of got in a little tit for tat with them, with the Psyops boys, and you know, everything's cool. We soothe things over, so it's good to have him on the show. So everybody, make welcome Court Psyops.
Hello everyone. I am Court Psyops, and I like sticking small items up my butt. Thanks for having me on your show, Rik.
Yeah, no problem.
It's the best show I have ever heard.
Oh, thanks.
I go to sleep at night listening to this spectacular show
Great.
and the sweet sound of your voice. I am Court Psyops.
Hey, Studley, that's not Court Psyops.
Well, of course it is. You heard him say, I am Court Psyops.
Court does not sound like a robot.
Well, let's find out why. Hey, Court, why do you sound like that?
I was injured in a gang rape by a dwarf motorcycle gang and crushed my larynx. I can no longer eat Fruit Loops.
Well, no judgment here, buddy. We don't care what kind of cereal you like to eat.
Studley, something's just not right here at all. At all.
Well, you heard the man yourself. Maybe we should call him RoboCourt.
Well, you know, that does have a nice ring to it.
Well, anyways, RoboCourt is a big horror fan, and I couldn't think of a better movie to bring him on and talk about. So let's jump into this one. Take it away, Rik.
Humanoids From The Deep is a 1980 horror sci-fi movie. Directed by Barbara Peters and Jimmy T. Murakami. A fisherman and a scientist fight back when mossy sea monsters assault women. Starring Ann Turkle as Dr. Susan Drake. She's a scientist with a big heart. Doug McClure as Jim Hill, the local fisherman who also has a big heart. And Vic Morrow as Hank Slattery. There's something fishy about that guy. And a whole bunch of other people that get naked and raped by sea creatures. Back to you, Rik.
All right, so let's get crack-a-lackin'. We start off, we're in a coastal town that thrives off the fishing market.
Hey, there's not a killer whale in this one, is it?
No, but there is a fisherman out on a boat, and he's got a net, and they're throwing it out, and it's full of something. And the captain of the ship is trying to reel it in, and he's got his 9-year-old son on the boat, and the generator is run out of gas. So the captain tells his son to put gas in the generator.
Well, holy jeesh, isn't that dangerous? I mean, that sounds like that kid's a little too young to be doing that. Safety first.
Yeah, I believe so, but I think the captain is trying to make him a man, I guess.
I remember when I was a teenager, putting gas in my moped. It would frighten me because I was afraid it would explode. And I was clumsy.
Yeah, I bet you were. But the captain is trying to tell the guy that's driving the boat to put it in gear and pull forward so they don't lose the catch. But the boat won't move. So the captain tells his son to stop putting the gas in the motor and come over here and help them pull the net up.
Yeah, because a 9-year-old's strength is really gonna help.
Yeah, so the boy drops the gas can and the gas starts spilling out everywhere all over the boat so he can go help his dad.
And that, folks, is another example of good parenting.
But yeah, then we get a glimpse down in the water of there's something in the net, and it's some kind of creature.
Well, being that the movie is called Humanoids From The Deep, I'm willing to bet my gym shorts that it's a humanoid.
Well, we don't really know for sure, but we do know that this thing is really strong, and when they're trying to pull up the net, the captain's son falls in the water.
Oh no. This is not going to end well.
Yeah, you're right, because the creature breaks out of the net and grabs the kid, and then you just see a bunch of blood floating in the water.
That's usually a sign that you're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, and then the guy that's driving the boat freaks out and grabs a flare gun and runs to the back of the boat to shoot to get some help. And when he falls down and the flare gun hits the gasoline and the whole boat just blows up.
Well, that's what you get when you're a bunch of moron fishermen.
Well, speaking of that, back home at the docks, the locals are finding out that something weird is going on because there's a bunch of slime everywhere and all the dogs are dead.
Oh, well, let me guess. Their first response is humanoids.
No, actually, they think the Indians did it.
What? What? Oh, okay, well, I guess you gotta blame somebody. So why do they think the Indians did it?
Well, because they realize that all the Indians' dogs haven't been touched, but all of theirs are dead. Plus, there's a big rift between the Native Americans and the locals about the damage that the fishermen are doing to nature.
Hey, does this movie have a giant mutated bear in it?
No, but I like the way you're thinking. But what we do now is we cut away to a hot blonde.
Oh, yeah.
And she's teasing up her hair while wearing a negligee.
Yeah, man, that's hot.
Sir, Studley, I've got an idea. Can we keep RoboCort and get rid of this crazy that's hot guy?
I don't know, man. I think the 14 listeners of this show would miss him. But anyways, let's get back to the movie. The girl, she gets freaked out by a noise outside, and while she's walking around, she gets scared because the phone rings.
Let me guess. Humanoid.
No, it's not. It's one of her friends that's supposed to be coming over, and while she's talking to her on the phone, there's something creeping around outside.
It's a humanoid.
No, actually, it's her goofy boyfriend.
Man, this movie is missing all these awesome opportunities.
Well, supposedly they're supposed to have a little get-together with another couple at this lady's house.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna get hot.
Sir, put the weapon down, please.
What's more important than that is what's happening downtown, because it's the 75th anniversary of the Noyo Salmon Festival, where everybody gets real soused like Dean Martin and dance to some banjo music.
I love the sound of banjos at night. It's so whimsical.
Studley, this is not court psyops. He hates banjos.
Just go along with it, would you?
Okay. Well, this sounds like the hot spot to be in, then.
Yeah, because it really gives us an opportunity to figure out what's really happening in this town. Because there's a canning company, and they've launched a business in this community, and they've got this scientist who's been tampering with nature to make all the Samson from around there grow to a much larger size so, they can make more money.
Are these people crazy? Did they not listen to the last episode we just did about the food of the gods, about putting the goop in the food and the giant animals and how that just turns out terrible?
Maybe everybody was busy watching Cobra Kai. I know I was.
It's a great show, Randy, but you have to have these evil corporate guys in these movies.
Well, let me ask you this, Skippy. Are these evil corporate people, are they humanoids?
No, just evil corporate people.
I want some dang humanoids in this movie.
Well, we'll get to that in a bit, but right now we've got a much bigger problem, because while the festival is going on, one of the Native Americans shows up and he's carrying a dog that's been killed, and he's blaming one of the men in the town named Hank. And those two guys end up going outside and having a confrontation. And we get another example of the white man beating up the Indians.
Jeez, this is despicable.
Yeah, but at least there's a few white dudes that step in and try to help out the Indian. But the fight kind of stops short because the sheriff starts shooting his gun and breaking it all up.
Well, it's about time that the law does their job.
Yeah, and right after this, we cut to the beach, and the couple from earlier that were going to have the get-together at the house, now they're out in the water, and they're doing a little hanky-panky. And while the boyfriend is jumping around acting like an idiot, he tries to scare the girl, and one of the humanoids jumps up and grabs him and rips his face off.
Oh, I've seen that movie before. It's got John Travolta in it.
Nice try, Randy.
So I have to ask, what do these humanoids look like?
Well, from the neck down, they kind of look like the creature from the Black Lagoon, except they have fins on their back. But their head is what's different. They got like a fish face, but they got huge pointed teeth. And then their brain is like overdeveloped and it's like exposed out of the top of their head.
So fish face, exposed brain. Yeah, sounds like they really tried really hard on this one.
Yeah, they're not that terrifying looking, but what they do is what's terrifying because the creature jumps up and grabs the girl and rips her bathing suit off proceeds to impregnate her.
Okay, hold on. So hold on. So just to clarify, is this the humanoid or is it the half-faced boyfriend?
It's the humanoid.
Oh, okay then. Hold on. Wait. Did you said impregnate? These creatures are making it with the women?
Yeah, man, open that window because it's getting hot in here.
Sir, please, just calm down a second.
Well, that's a nice way to put it, but they're actually just raping the women.
Well, what kind of complete trash is this movie? It's another one of those Italian films where they get real confused with all the rules?
No, this is it's an American film.
I wish I could be handled by one of these humanoids.
Well, just calm down there, RoboCort. Anyways, these people need to be locked up and put away.
Well, get ready because it's about to happen again, and this time we got a couple out in a tent that's on the beach, and the lady is about to get naked for a dummy.
Yeah, now that's hot.
Geesh, this guy's having a picnic over here. Well, of course she's getting naked for a dummy, Skippy. She's with one of the local guys, right?
No, I mean a dummy, like ventriloquist dummy.
Well, now, this must be where the writer was on acid. It said, hey, you know what this movie needs? A ventriloquist doll. Then some sex.
Yeah, now you know that's hot.
Well, I do have to admit the scene is both awkward and impressive at the same time, because she strips down to the full Monty, but then a humanoid busts through the tent and the lady takes off running.
Well, at least she gets away.
Well, not really. I mean, she must really have bad eyesight, because while she's running naked, she runs right into the arms of a humanoid, and he throws her on the ground and goes to town.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's hot. H-O-T hot.
Sir, you need to go eat some Tide Pods. This movie has hit a new level of disgusting, Skippy. Can we talk about something else now?
Well, we sure can. You remember the Indian guy earlier, right, that got beat up? Bill? Well, he's got some friends over at his house, and they're all eating and hanging out and having a good time.
I always heard it's good to have good conversation and a good lunch. Lunch, oh lunch, let's eat a whole bunch lunch. Are you hungry? 'Cause I'm hungry. Hungry for a big old juicy lunch.
Just when I thought this show couldn't get any worse. Anyways, it's nice that that we give some time for people to kind of have some fun and take a breather from all the rape.
Well, yeah, you think so, but the problem is while they're hanging out, Hank and his guys come by and they throw some Molotov cocktails at the Indian's house, and it blows up like a refinery.
Holy Geesh, was this bomb like a 50-gallon drum or something?
No, it's just a single bottle of vodka.
Wow, that it must have came straight from Russia to be that potent.
Yeah, it's very possible, but they tell the lady that's with them to jump in the truck and run to town and get some help. And while the two guys stay to put the fire out, a couple of humanoids show up and attacks one of the guys.
Oh, no, I hope they don't try to impregnate that guy.
This is the moment what I have been waiting for.
You know, as well, you've got a really good point there.
Which really brings up an interesting question now, Skippy. Because it's really hard to tell with these creatures. I mean, are they out for blood? Is this how they survive to eat? They eat people and people only? Are they eating dogs or just anything they can find? Is their mission to procreate? Are there no female humanoids?
All great questions as well, and like always, we have no answers. It's a horror movie, so logic just goes out the window. And speaking of window, our lady that took off in the truck to go get help gets a big surprise because a humanoid is in the back of the truck, and he reaches through the window and causes the girl to lose control of the truck, and it drives off the bridge and explodes.
Wow, everything in this town is so explosive. Surely the townspeople are hearing some of this stuff?
Well, if they didn't, they heard about it the next morning because our Native American hero brings his buddy back who's all mangled up from being attacked, and he's still unconscious. And while they rush him off to the hospital, we get one of the good fishermen, our Indian friend, and a hot scientist all team out to go look for these creatures.
Excuse me, did you say hot scientist?
Yes, I did.
Well, I don't see how anything could possibly go wrong here.
Yeah, and the three of them end up finding a little island, and that's where the humanoids come from. And after they kill about 5 or 6 humanoids, they end up finding Peggy, who's one of the girls that's been molested by the humanoid.
Well, she's lucky that they found her then.
Yes, sir, she is. And they also grab one of the dead humanoids and take it back with them so they can take a closer look at it in the lab. And we find out that the chemical that they used to make the salmon grow bigger may have caused the humanoids. And the hot scientist knew about it. Big bad Mr. Corporate Business told her to keep her mouth shut.
Oh, geez. So were all big corporate people always the bad guys in the movies from the 70s and 80s?
Yeah, pretty much so. And but we also found out there's a big risk that the humanoids will attack the town in the middle of the festival that's going on.
Well, of course that would, Studley. How else are you going to have a big finale in a low-budget sea creature rapey movie? But you've got me curious there, Studley. What does the 75th annual Salmon Festival in Noyo look like?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because right now we're going to our man on the street, Louis de Bluey.
Oh, no.
Take it away, Louis.
I thought you were going to say that.
Hey there, all you people. This is Louis de Bluey out here in the wonderful town of Noyo. Noyo. For the 75th annual freaking salmon patty, whatever. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the freaking food they got out here. They got some nice funnel cakes. You got some snow cones. And it seems like everybody's having a really good time.
Sounds like family fun.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful out here and a lot of fun for the kids. But I got to tell you, the women rock around here with the bazoombas hanging out is pretty freaking awesome. I heard a little later on here that the queen over here that's dressed up in her bathing suit, I think maybe she's going to show us her salmon patty after a while.
Well, that's great, Louis. Have you talked to anybody about the recent explosions? Are any of them concerned about that?
No, right now everything seems pretty calm. I'll ask this guy, hey, you fella over there with the hair combed over on one side and the flannel jacket.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what the hell? You having a good time here?
Yeah.
Is that your sister? Can I take her for a walk?
That's my wife. You keep her hands off of you big jackass.
Hey, don't mess with me, pal. I'll come on there. I'll crush your head in, right?
Come on, Mr. Microphone.
I'll take your head and put it on a Ferris wheel and we'll crush that mother.
Have another donut, you fatso.
Yeah, whatever.
Suck it, Tubbo.
Anyways, guys, back to yous.
Well, I'll be honest, that sounds kind of fun.
Boy, I sure would like to have me one of them there funnel cakes, boy. Knock, knock. Who's there? A funnel cake. A funnel cake who? Funnel cake is just the best. Better than a treasure test. Funnel cake is knocking at your door.
Hey, Skippy, can you stop paying him so he'll stop coming around?
Yeah, I don't pay Randy anything.
I was afraid you were gonna say that. Anyways, what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted is, this sounds pretty good. We had these kind of things down at the naval base.
Well, it's not too bad until the scientists and the Indian and the fishermen show up and start telling everybody about what they found and start warning everybody. But I think they're a little too late because the humanoids are now busting up through the docks and they're just attacking everybody.
Well, you know what? That's amazing. It sounds just like the ones we had at the naval base.
Yeah, and with some grime and gore going on, now the scientist and the Indian and the fishermen, the three amigos, get a great idea, and they all jump into a boat, go out into the middle of the docking area, and just spray a whole bunch of fuel into the water and light it.
All right, slow down, Skippy, because here's where things seem a little squirrely. Because how does this help? I mean, couldn't the creatures just swim down lower than the fuel is, and aren't they afraid of burning up everyone else's boats?
Well, maybe I misspoke when I said great idea, but the townspeople are now ganging up and killing the humanoids by bashing them in the head.
Well, now that's how you strengthen a community, working together. I love it. So, is this how the movie ends?
Oh, no, because at this point, the fisherman realizes that his wife and son are not there, so he jumps in his boat somehow and goes back to his house, and it's a good thing because the humanoids are busting into his house and trying to kill the lady, and she's doing a heck of a job fighting them off because she's got one humanoid tries to grab her and she squirts some Ajax in his eyes and then just goes to town on him with a butcher knife.
Oh boy, I can see extra therapy sessions coming for her.
Yeah, and then she hears a noise at the front door and she runs towards it with the butcher knife in one hand, and the door comes flying open and she goes to stab whatever it is, and it's her husband, and he stops her just in time.
Lord have mercy, this woman's gonna need a lot of help. A lot of help.
My therapist gives me a lollipop after we have our visit. He never lets me hold it, though.
I tell you, Studley, this doesn't sound like the court psyops I know.
Well, it is. And anyways, you were saying the lady, you think she needs help?
Yeah.
Just wait, because after daybreak the next day, the townspeople walk around looking at the devastation of the town, and it's all in ruins.
I bet.
And it's all but over, they think. Then it cuts to the hospital, and Peggy, who's the girl they picked up on the island, is having a baby.
Oh, no.
And it busts out of her stomach, and it's a little baby humanoid monster.
What?
And even looks more human this time.
What? What? Well, what then?
Nothing. That's it. That's the way the movie ends.
Oh, no. That's terrible. Absolutely. How can you watch this stuff?
Well, it's entertaining in a sick, demented kind of way. It's horror movies. It's supposed to gross you out and make you go.
Well, I don't see how this is entertaining at all. At all. I'm telling Mother.
Well, I guess it's easy to see what Aswell thinks about the movie. What do you guys think about it?
I give it two totally rad.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. This is one of those that really messed me up when I was a kid because I didn't know what rape was. So my first exposure to rape was these monsters doing it. Totally traumatized me as a kid. If you like crazy Corman, boobs and gore kind of movies, this one's pretty top-notch for you, folks. I suggest you take it out. I want to thank Court Sops for coming and hanging out with us today, too. What the heck is this? Hello?
Ricky, what the fuck, dude?
Hey, whoa, hey, what's this? Who is this?
How am I on a fucking show that I've never even fucking listened to?
Yeah, who is this? I don't even know who this is.
Bullshit! I called you on fucking Skype. You can see the logo. It's Court.
Oh.
You know it's Court.
Oh. Hey, Court. How's it going, man?
Not too fucking great, man. Are you trying to trade on my fucking name? What the fuck, dude?
No, I'm just having a little fun, man. Just a little fun. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause
Okay. Right. Okay, so you're saying that I like to shove shit up my ass with a robot voice. Small objects.
Well, it could be bigger, I guess.
Look, I'm not upset about that part. That's fine. I don't give a shit. And you know what? Yeah, I even do like banjo music, because you know what, motherfucker? I love bluegrass and I love folk punk. Both things, banjos. So what the that doesn't
Yikes.
even make sense. Are you trying to piss me off about that? Because that's not working. But look, don't fucking tell people I listen to your fucking show because I fucking don't. All right? Look, it's pretty fucking simple, right? I listen to all your other shows for all your fucking co-hosts. It's never been about you, Ricky. We had a short amount of peace that you and I were able to make because fucking Danny brokered that. It was all Danny that made things better. And if you keep doing shit like this, I will come down on you like a fucking hammer. You think me breaking into your fucking show and adding this into the recording after it is going to be bad? You just fucking wait.
Anyways, folks, that's it for the show.
Don't
we
you
gotta
fucking
go.
do this.
Bye.
Don't you fucking do this. This is